Good morning, digital mentors. Hello, hello. My name is Brian Fane. I'm one of the co-founders here. Happy Monday. Every single Monday we meet, we huddle up, and we make sure the energy is right. We make sure that the energy is in alignment for what you want to be building, what you want to create here as a coach, who you want to be, the leader, the parent, the father, the husband, the wife, all right, the mother, the whole thing. And we check in because it is you. It is you who is creating everything. Your thoughts, your emotions, your vibration, right? Your action, everything that is coming to you, make no mistake, was built, designed, created by you. And I know that might be you know, a tough pill to swallow if we're not where we want to be. But the reality is there is so much power when you understand this truth that we get to the root. Like, for example, you cannot build a wealthy, abundant coaching practice from a place of lack. If you don't believe in what you have, right? Or you don't believe that you're worthy, or you don't believe that those things were made for you, or you don't see value in your coaching program. And I don't mean conceptually, right? Because we can speak the affirmations, we can read, all the personal development books, and we can say that yes, we believe, and yes, we deserve, and yes, 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 all of that stuff. Difference from knowing the path and walking the path. A difference from having it in your head and taking that ever scary, sometimes, journey from your head to your heart and embodying that, and you actually becoming wealth, and you actually stepping into certainty and confidence. I mean, I was just talking to a client, potential client here, been doing this for like 6, 7 years, still working on, and this is all, there's going to be pieces to this at every level, of course, but still working on getting his first couple of clients, and the imposter syndrome is very real, right? And I say, you have to sit with that, and you have to become greater than those excuses, greater than that fear, greater than that doubt. And that's not fake it till you make it. Like, what would that leader who was a confident with certainty and conviction, who had that coaching business, right? What would he or she do today? How would he or she act? And this whole deal is, you understand that there is a version of you. When we set down our vision, our goals, and we make a map of who we want to become, of the life we want to live. There is a vibration to that individual. There is a frequency. There is a potential out there. There are infinite of them, and you can tune your vibration just like a radio dial to that frequency. In fact, that's the job. That's the human. That's what we're here to do, to step into love and to attune to what it is that we do want. Because that's the whole game. Because I've seen coaches for years, decades, stuck because they're not able to, they never make that connection. They never move from their head to their heart and embody and start to step into that vibrational match of that leader, of that coach, of that writer, of that speaker. And they allow those limiting beliefs to thwart them, to just take them off track over and over again. At some point in your career, in your life, you're going to have to start to believe. You're going to have to make that uncomfortable step and just leap and have some faith. And at some point, it's not going to be just talk anymore. You're going to be in it. You're going to, when the default mechanism, when the voice inside your head, when you can wake up first thing in the morning and your foot hits that ground, the first thing, I mean, if we start to rewire and condition your brain, for me, it's gratitude. I say that word for years, for decades. When my boom, foot first hits the ground, when I first wake up, I'm trained. I've trained my nervous system for calm, for peace. That's not to say there's not chaos in this thing called business and life, but it allows you to hold space and the capacity for the chaos of business, for the chaos of life. When you choose a particular set of programs, a set of beliefs, routines, habits, rituals, mindset, belief, energy, that frequency to who you're going to be no matter what happens out there, and that you're creating it, you're attracting it. And if we want clients coming to us who have the funds to be able to hire you and invest in you, well, we got to look inward. It's not out there. I mean, the clients are out there, don't get me wrong. But your frequency, your energy, again, knowing that you cannot create a successful, wealthy, abundant business from a place of lack. You have to become abundant yourself inside. Well, Brian, but I don't have, the bank account's zero or negative. I've got all this debt. Okay, we can focus on that. Here you go. Focusing on that literally is like putting an invoice, putting an order, this beautiful thing called the universe. She loves you unconditionally and is going to reflect back to you the way you see this world, the way this gift, this beautiful thing, if it is tough, money is tight, nobody out there has any funds to pay for your coaching program. If that's the internal workings, so it is. That she's working for you. It's not like victim mentality for like, this is what's happening to me. This is literally how the universe works. It is responding, reacting to who you are being and bringing you people, clients, events that are matching your energy. So that, I mean, literally, so the ego can be right, your story, your energy, your frequency. It is a match, a mirror versus, right? What if it was easy? What if it was, you know, it, what if you started seeing money for what it really is, which is just energy and a representation of how much value you're bringing to the market. And you step into this idea that God does want you to be wealthy, right? And you allow in your nervous system to release this idea that money is the root of all evil. You can do a lot. You can help a lot of people, man. Money can't necessarily buy you happiness, but neither can being broke. Right. And there's a relationship that you have to have with this money to allow it to enter your ecosystem. There's something that's happening. If you're not where you want to be financially, or you're not having the impact you want to make in your coaching business, there's a deep seated, there's something going on under the surface that is keeping you from doing the activity you know you need to do. Because this business is super simple. Build your audience, engage with your audience, and sell to your audience. That's it. We built we did $60 million in revenue based on that framework. One of my companies. Build your audience, engage with your audience, sell to your audience. The fundamentals, it is once we get clear on who the ideal client is, the problem you solve, we build. We get out there and we create content that helps that client solve that problem. We make connections. We do the lives, the virtual workshops. We build our audience of ideal clients who have the problem you can solve. Engage, connect. You build a relationship with them. That could mean doing one-on-ones, getting to know your audience at a deeper level, maybe creating a community where you can continue to post content, kind of have a VIP, and whether that's a free community or a paid community where they can get access to you and you get to learn more about them and you engage with them. You publish more and more content, send them send them emails, host challenges, workshops, do things where you can build that trust. Now that you're starting to build the audience, engaging with them so that you can build that know, love, and trust factor. So as you build that rapport, that relationship, that trust, boom, we can make an offer. We sell to our audience when you feel that they have a problem you can solve and you want to help because they've been trying to handle this problem for years. They have nowhere else to go. You feel, as you connect and engage, that what you have could help. You be bold enough, and you have your desire to want to serve and help another human being outweighs this fear of rejection or fear of selling or fear of whatever you want. When your desire to help outweighs the opinions of others or the fear of them saying no, because then your whole world is going to, if they say no, who cares? That's a learning experience, right? To see what happened. What did I say? What didn't I say? How did I say it? How could I improve? Because if they, again, they do have the problem you can solve, it's up to us to equip ourselves with the skills to be able to effectively communicate with that client, move them through a set of questions, and get them into your program so you can help them. Because the XYZ problem it doesn't solve itself. And if it stays the same over the next 6, 12 months, 2, 3 years, my gosh, and you have the antidote, I thank God every day that my mentor back in 2005 didn't allow me to fall from grace, didn't allow me to believe in my limiting beliefs and my excuses. And she, because it was a couple, they had the courage to make an offer to me, even though I did not have any money. I had to put all sorts of stuff on credit that I didn't have, borrow funds. It was a nightmare. But they showed me a door because they saw something in me that I didn't even see myself. Build, engage, sell. Right? If we could teach a monkey how to speak English, and now with AI and all sorts of translator tools, we don't even need the English component. The fundamentals, the pieces of growing and building a business are quite simple. The game here, the thing that's keeping you stuck or broke or restricted or caged, where you feel unfulfilled or you know there's more, that's between your ears. That's behind your breastbone. That is an energetic makeup. And what's cool is that some of those self-deprecating, those limiting beliefs, they were created by you. What's cool is we can undo them. And you just start to become aware of those things that are keeping you at a lower level of a vibration. And that's step number one, just becoming aware. And then allowing them to just like you would maybe break up with a girlfriend, right? Or just like anything, you just like, I'm done with this. This story doesn't help me anymore. This part of my life, this no longer serves me. Thank you for the knowledge, the wisdom. And you just kind of poof, let it go and release and allow it to flow through your nervous system, right? And that's where I love physical activity, man. Heavy, whether it's working out or doing intense work, cardio, that allows me, that's very therapeutic for me. Yes, I love staying in shape. My heart and that alone allows me to stay in the pocket, work the way I do with the pure focus, be able to be with my clients for hours and hours on throughout the day. But there's a piece of that aggression that allows me is just very cathartic and very, very therapeutic for me to work out some of those things and just to release some of those limiting beliefs and allow some of those negative emotions to be there, not making you wrong for them. But when you spot it, right, now it's up to you to just do the work. I sat down this morning for a 45-minute meditation. I'm not saying you have to do that. You don't have to follow my routine, but you got to do something. And that meditation is that's an activity where I'm turning that radio dial. I'm getting attuned to what I want to create, knowing that my thoughts, they are creating everything and that I am the maker. I am the controller of those thoughts. I am not the thought. I am the observer of that thought, and I can dictate the ship, and I can choose the thoughts and the emotions and the energy that I want to bring to life. And life supports that which supports life. And again, if business isn't going the way you want to in 2026 just yet, no one's punishing you. You're doing that. And you know what thoughts, you know what feelings, you know the doubt, the imposter, the I'm not enough, those things that are keeping you. Those are the things that are causing the friction, that are causing the pain, that are keeping you from the greatest version of you, who you're meant to be here. And we can undo them and start to step into a new version of you. It's going to take work. It's going to take sitting first thing in the morning, giving yourself that gift to attune, making a choice of who you're going to be and who you're not going to be today. And hey, it's not going to be perfect. It's not. It's never going to be. The work is not done. The soul is here for this journey. But your goal every day is to sustain that frequency more and more to where that becomes the automatic default programming. And magic starts to happen when you start to really step into and believe, go from head to heart, and you become unstoppable, right? It's not just theory or dinner conversation or conceptual ideas anymore. It is you. It is like Neo from the Matrix waking up and holy shit, you get to see what this human spirit, this soul on fire, what it's capable of. Unlimited potential, waiting, sitting, waiting for you to tap into it, wanting to give, wanting to pour into you, your soul tribe, your spirit guides, everyone just waiting for you to wake up, giving you breadcrumbs, leading you down this path. And it's up to you now to answer the call and do the work. Release, allow, surrender, and consciously choose who you're going to be today because you are creating everything that's going on in your life right now. You're the captain. So my advice would be to choose wisely, release, forgive, let go, and choose who you want to be today, right? And make it a goal, your number one thing every day to match your frequency to that energetic match, that vision, that version of you that you so desperately want to be and step into. It's right there. It's just boom. You can do it in a moment. It's a decision. Okay, and keep hopping on these calls if you're in our incubator program in the community. If you're not, get back with whoever invited you. Just keep hanging around these coaches, these leaders who are doing the thing. It'll rub off on you, I promise you. And you'll start to believe, like Neo, you'll start to wake up to the idea that you are the one. You know, I'm waiting for anybody, waiting for you to wake up, but that's it. You are the one. And it's all bullshit. Anything that doesn't serve you, anything that's not in alignment, anything that's not fueling this passion of yours to go at this coaching program, just it's not, it's let it go. Enough's enough. It's 2026. It's time. Deep breath. You got this. If you guys need any support, you know where to reach us inside the community on all the calls throughout the week. Much love, much gratitude. Again, I know we're still, in the early stages of 2026. You got this. Reach out for help if you need some support. And let's go. Let's go. Keep growing, keep getting better and better. And remember, you are the one. We'll see you guys in the community.